Hello everybody, my name is Toink, or Toinky, and I am a Minecraft builder and role player, and today I'm going to be showing you around all of the builds that I've made on Artoria SMP. When first joining Artoria SMP, I wanted to create a challenge for myself. In fact, I wanted to go ahead and try and make an Asian-inspired build. Now, in the entranceway over here to my base, you can see that there is a giant cherry blossom tree, a custom cherry blossom tree up here. I tried to make it more like a bonsai, heading all the way down towards the waystone that we have over here. Now, when you first teleport into my base, you will see that there's a guard, thanks to the mod that we use for custom armor stands. And here's where the entrance to my base really is. The entrance to Dante's temple. And right here, as you can see, I've made some very small kind of bonsai trees areas around the outside, and take a look at the big structure, which is my base, which is Dante's temple. Now, as we go ahead and take a look, we have two priestess statues that are looking over the entrance to the giant gate, which I have custom made. The priestess statues you can find on YouTube is seen right over here. For the building tutorial, I have used creative liberty and changed a few things, but I found it fun to make. The giant Torii gate right over here is something that I have used references for making. You can find a bunch of Torii gate references on Google. And as you walk in, you see the temple monks that Dante has personally trained, guarding the entrance to Great Old City. As you can see from me walking into it, we have a couple of buildings right over here, and we have fairy lights that are hanging from each and every single building. I wanted to make the feel like a Chinatown in New York City, where it is very full and bustling of life, where we can see a bunch of sniffers walking around, a bunch of children, a bunch of adults trying to sell and trying to live their normal lives. And as you can see from many of the buildings, I use these as farms for a bunch of materials and a bunch of cool stuff as well. I wanted to really make it feel like a city where it's lived in and where everyone is trying to sell stuff. And over here, crossing the bridge, we will see the city night market. Now, this is a night market that is very interesting because of course my citizens need to sell stuff. We have a planter that sells a lot of fresh crops. We have an artifact seller right over here, and we also have the workout salesman over here. And over here, the very, very old tree is meant to be a nether portal. When the nether finally opens, we will be able to have the two twin rotting trees open a portal towards the nether. Unfortunately, this won't ever be lit. Now, going out of this area and going out from here, we will be able to see the village up top where everyone lives. We will ignore my house for now. We will be able to go up the row of Torii gates, the small row of Torii gates, and we'll be able to get up towards the dojo village. The dojo village is very, very fun, as I have tried to make small villager huts and everywhere else for people to live in. Now, as you can see on the mini map right over here, you can see I was creative with using the koi fish as a centerpiece. I really wanted the koi fish to be a centerpiece of this village. You can find many references to koi fish, and you can definitely make this easy in your survival worlds. Going into the center of the village, you will see this giant weeping willow tree. Now, going into the village part, I tried to make everything incorporate blue, red, because that is the color scheme or color palette of the god that these people are worshiping. And as you can see right over here, I tried to attempt to make this a ribbit village, but unfortunately the ribbit village isn't very successful, so I changed it and made it a actual villager area for villagers to live in. As we make it down here, we will go over and we will go and see my house. Now this is the main big structure of the entire temple that will be, that is basically my house. Now this house in particular I got from a YouTube video, and the link will be in the description over here, or it is right here on the screen, so you can go ahead and you can follow it for yourself and make it yourself. I just changed some blocks from the original video, but everything is true to form and where it is. And let's go inside and let's take a look inside my house. As you enter my house, you will see the chiming of the wind chimes. I do love the noise that the wind chimes make. It's so fantastic, so surreal. And as we enter, we have a little ferret, carrot, and we have the red panda, Cass. Good girl. Anyway, as we walk inside, we will see my storage area. Thanks to Tom's Simple Storage, I was able to have a bunch of chests, and we can be able to store it right in here. This is my main area for crafting and for storage. Now going up the stairs, we go up here, and it's similar to the YouTube video, and we see that there is more decorations built up right over here. The first floor is the dining room. We have the prayer room right next to the kitchen. And then right after the kitchen, we have the general leisure room right over here, where people go ahead and play chess, research, and or sleeping quarters right over here. Now going on to the second floor, we have a pretty nice little storage and area over here where we can put plushies and stuff around here. And we turn this way and we see that there is a tiny bar area right over here. And going over right over here, we see a lot more decoration. Going on to the third floor, we have a lot less. Hello, Pound. Now, up here is supposed to be an enchanting area, but I didn't have time to have it. And then over here, right over here, we have a bedroom area, well, or a records room. I don't really know. Moving on to the last floor, my bedroom, we have a entrance area over here. And as we enter my bedroom, we will see, oh, hello, an LA. We will see desks and stuff around, closets, and this is my bedroom area right over here. We have a lovely little campfire over here. We have shelves. We have a bunch of drawers and stuff and cabinets in order to maximize space. We have a desk area for Dante, and we also have a little bathroom area right over here, which is, well, kind of empty because there's no toilet. Actually, is there a toilet? There is! And on the very top floor right over here, as this is a hidden non-canon area, is where I keep all of my lore books. And a waystone for quick teleportation only for me. There was a lot planned for this area, as you can see, as we go around and explore this giant area. There was supposed to be a bunch of white deer statues walking around. There's supposed to be a bunch of more temples and stuff scattered around, and I wanted it to be a lovely little area for people to sit in. There is a reason why I have left the server. I'm going to keep that private all to myself, but let's go on to the next builds that I have created as well. Let's go on to the other things that I have made around this server, because it's not just this that I have made, but also I was part of the build team in the server, and I've created a lot more interesting stuff around here. As we head over to the main city, Folkvang, we go over here and we go towards the outskirts of Folkvang, and we see my builds. First over here, we see the farmhouse is made by me, and yes, the windmill does work because of Create Mod, which I believe some of the staff did help me. Next up in Folkvang, we have the greenhouse. Within the walls of the greenhouse, plenty of flowers blooming within it. Outside the greenhouse, we will be able to see a bunch of fruit trees that are blooming, as if the people of Folkvang were harvesting the trees itself, making it oh so pretty. This is all my idea. I thought it would be a really nice little thing to have a little fruit garden area outside. I thought it would be a really cool and cute idea. Now the barn is something that I thought was really interesting to do, as barns are typically kind of easy to make, but I found it was pretty fun. Is the storage building. I tried to model it off of a composter. As we walk all the way back over, we will be able to see that there is a pickle man over here. Right over here, there is a shop called the Pickle Man. I've made him and he is really cool. I figured out the create shop feature, and everyone on the server is able to purchase pickles from the great old pickle man himself. As we make our way towards the docks, you'll be able to see more of the builds that I've made. Little shops here and there that have been made by me, like this food stand over here, yummy street food. We have the outdoor seating area over here, and yes, these things also use the create shop feature as well to sell goods and products. As we walk over here towards the environmental builds I've made, we come across the guild hall. Now the guild hall over here is very fun. It was my first work as a Artoria SMP builder at the time. As we make our way back outside the guild hall, we are actually going to go towards the side. The side area here has been a bit fixed up by me as a more training area, more relaxed little area to have adventurers hone their skills. And as we make our way over here, we go towards the back area where a lovely view of the mountain is right over here. We can sit around and look at this beautiful sight as the mountain rises up. This originally was supposed to be empty, but I decided against it and decided to make it a very nice and pretty little area for adventurers and places and people to sit at and take scenic pictures. And as we make our way over here towards the cave area, we are going to go inside. And this is a tavern area that's not made, that I didn't make, but everything else around here I did make. Now, as you can see, we have a lovely little crystal area right over here. I made these custom crystals for this place. I've put down a bunch of the poles and stuff down here, and it's a really nice little area in general. And as we head towards Pavanis, our next destination, going across this bridge, we will be able to see a little market area, which I have made personally. It's really cool, and I think it's really fun. It was a really fun thing to make. We see several little sky ships over here. These are actually ones that I made personally. I worked on several flying ships, around 4 flying ships with all different types of cargo. The interior and the exterior are my ideas, and I thought it was a really cool design and really cool concept to make flying ships. That's not the only thing I made from Pavanis. I've made also a bunch of custom structures for a Vayu village. The butcher, resident house, a medium house. I've made a really big house, and over here we have the Great Temple. There's a lot more buildings that I've made, but this is just an example of a bunch that I've made within here that is custom. Alrighty, and that is the end of the tour around Artoria SMP and all of the builds that I've made. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and watching me on this journey. This is the end for me on Artoria SMP. I'm going to be working more on Locked SMP. I'm going to be working more on Comic SMP, and I'm going to focus on those videos first before anything else. And some advice for anyone who wants to make a lot of mega builds is you should make builds that you like, and make sure that if you're ever volunteering in any sort of builds or anything, make sure that they credit you and make sure that people know that you've made those builds. It will just show that people appreciate you. I will go back to not posting. I'll see you guys next time.